Hey folks, Brandon here. First off, Happy New Year. Now that that's out of the way, let's talk about Undertale. What's this? I'm reviewing a video game? Why yes. Why? Because this game is amazing. Why am I reviewing it now as opposed to several months back when it blew up? Well, that's because it took me this long to beat it. I'm no good at video games, hence why I don't talk about them often. For those of you who are not aware, well, that's not true considering how big this game is. Undertale is an RPG created by Toby Fox and released in September of 2015. The story takes place in a universe where the world is split into two opposing sides. Humans who reside on the surface, and monsters who reside in the underground. You play as a nameless child who accidentally falls into the underground, and well, that's where your adventure begins, as you travel through this underworld of sorts and try to get back home. You meet various creatures, monsters, and travel into beautiful towns and locations as you make your way through. Undertale has a lot of traditional elements in an RPG, like buying weapons and armor, talking to NPCs, and a few puzzles to solve. But one of the things here that makes this whole experience so captivating is the unique battle system put into place here. When encountering a monster or a boss of some kind, you're given several options with how to deal with the conflict. You could be a killer and simply hit the fight option to deal damage, or you can be a pacifist and try to end the conflict without resorting to violence. No character in this game speaks or acts the same, so it sort of plays almost like a puzzle where you need to figure out which directions and which decisions you have to make in order to spare them. On the flip side, when the enemy attacks, gameplay shifts completely to a sort of bullet hell grid where you dodge, duck, and hit specific keys, basically trying not to die. These opposing attacks also keep you on your toes and keep gameplay fun and surprising, never knowing what sort of hell the monster could unleash on you. All that plus the amazing music that these battles can be accompanied with, and really brings out the intensity of the fight you're in. Oh, I'm fighting this weird spider lady, how thrilling. Holy hell, this is nuts! Quick, everyone synchronize dance with the spiders! The monsters you face within this world are some of the most enduring characters I've ever seen within an RPG. Toriel, Sans, Papyrus, Undyne, to name a few. Their well-developed personalities and attributes offer the much-needed humor for this ultimately dark story about this underground world. Hell, even the separate environments you travel through are not only beautiful to look at, but offer a number of wacky NPCs to talk to. Never in a game have I actively searched for NPCs to talk to, wondering if they're going to offer something funny to say or give me certain directions to what I should do. Besides NPCs, each section of this world offers a number of secret areas, passages, and Easter eggs. It sort of plays like a love letter to much earlier RPG games like this. The entire point of this decision-making battle system makes up for the most promising part of this game. Whether you decide to be a psychopath and kill everyone in sight, be indecisive to which characters you kill or spare, or simply being a merciful person, all these actions have dire consequences in a way that I've never seen before. Most games that go this route where you have to make decisions simply keep it to where the decisions you make often affect the ending you get. A game like BioShock, for example. But Undertale takes it a step further. How you decide to interact with any of the characters in this game, even in the slightest detail, not just affects the ending, but how the story and scenarios you face alter as you play through the game. How you play Undertale the second time around will not be the same as last time. The story changes with the actions you take according to the characters you meet, and this may have slight or great change within your playthrough. This was absolutely mind-blowing for me. Narrative is the most important part for me for any sort of media, and to see story elements change as I play seriously put my previous actions into question. Was I kind to some but cruel to others? Did I take certain scenarios for granted? Where will this lead me in the next room that I go through? Did I pet that one dog enemy long enough? Yes, I got concerned with how long I pet a dog. Who knows, it could very well bite me in the ass later. Or maybe I'll go see him again and he'll be like, "Where have you been?" And I'd be like, "I was fighting this dirtbag skeleton, I'm sorry." If I did have to find something to nitpick with, is that you can't really change or alter any of the game's settings such as specific controls and whatnot. Plus, like most RPGs, it is heavily text-based, which isn't bad for someone like me, but I would definitely not recommend this for someone who likes to skip dialogue, because it is essential to read everything in this game. During the very end of my previous playthrough, I was getting annoyed with not being able to view stats of my weapons or armor that I was carrying. I would be able to view the item stats before buying it at a shop, but once I did, I didn't know how to check what sort of stats each item that I carried had. That is, until I found out not only did I have a full inventory system, which not only let me look at the items I carried, but also use healing items before battle. Yeah, that was totally my fault. But what I mean is that it's not a good idea to skip dialogue here, since you might miss something incredibly important or ridiculously simple to remember. Plus, with how much good dialogue is written here, who would want to skip it? I only missed basic controls since I wasn't paying attention for a fraction of a second, but it seriously counts. But the whole of Undertale is truly an experience. It's an experience to travel through this world. It's an experience to meet these interesting characters. It's an experience to actually decide how this story is going to play out for you and your friends. You seriously would have to play it for yourself to know what I'm talking about. This game absolutely deserves the praise, fan art, animations, and fandom it has created. And what puts an even bigger smile on my face is that this game was crowdfunded by people who wanted a game like this. I know I'm going to sound like a gamer cynic here, but with all the most repetitive, uninspired stuff that gets released yearly, here comes a game developed by one person with millions of people who helped him get the funds he needed to make something incredible. There's a market for games like this, and we should really push to have these games be more mainstream as opposed to indie. Please, if you haven't played this game, you're seriously missing out on an experience of a lifetime. A game that will seriously make you question what choices you're gonna take, and what those actions you take have dire consequences on the friends you make and the world that you travel through. Thank you so much for watching, and expect another vid from me very soon. You can say that lately I'm filled with determination. Thanks again, and as always, I'll see you all next time.